I'm loading it up now. I've been playing this football manager season very slowly, but for what it's worth, I'm actually quite a bit more into it than I normally am. And it's the Chicago Fire, of course. It's almost over. I just won the Supporter Shield, which is the trophy for the best record. But in the MLS, instead of like a league cup like a lot of leagues have, there's a cup at the end of the season between the top 8 teams from each side, basically. So essentially, there's a little mini tournament at the end of the season, and only the best teams are in it. That's me, in case you couldn't tell. Does this look like me? No, not at all. I mean, it's got short hair. That's kind of right? So yeah, here I am. I finished first, right, in the major league table. We had a mixed season, even though I finished first. As you can see, there was quite a few ups and downs, but we really had it near the end. So we had 3 losses in the last 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 20 games, which is pretty good. And now we go. We got a week and a half off, and then we play in the Eastern Conference semifinals. The other clubs in the country right now are that are still in the tournament are still playing, but because we finished so high, we don't come in until the later rounds. We will play either Toronto or Philly. Okay. It's not till the 17th, so there's a lot of nothing going on right now. Pineda is showing progress. I've been a light domestic bias, so I'm moving towards it rather than. Oftentimes, when I play this game, I just immediately fire everybody without an American flag next to their name. When I play in the U.S., when I play in England, I fire everybody who doesn't have an English flag, a Scottish flag, or a Welsh flag next to their name. So it's just I like the idea of football clubs having domestic bias because I like the idea of Josh Penn doesn't see himself as been a new contract. Okay, well, he's been in the kids team the whole time. Yeah, he's in 2. Okay. IRL, this kid's actually pretty good, but he's not competing at the MLS level. And I don't think he is in this team either. Like, he would be competing with Alex Manis. Yeah. You know, he's faster, but doesn't have the field intelligence. But mental, technical, attacking, vision. There's no difference there. Who else would he compete with? Who did I pick up on the left? Oh, nobody yet. I've actually... Tillman has been moving around, but Brian Gutierrez and Tillman are doing it. Tillman's supposed to be up top. I'm going to clean house this fucking season. I'm going to win another trophy, hopefully, or 2, because I can still win the Eastern Conference and the MLS Cup. If I win them both, well, either way, actually, I'm going to sell him. I'm going to sell him. And I'm going to sell Shaqiri and John Duran if I can as well. And maybe Federico Navarro. And maybe Gaston Jimenez. Because they'll have served their purpose, which was to win this season. But also I'm running low on money because I've been making the club invest in everything. So if you look here, I completed. So I've got training facilities and junior coaching completed, but we're also doing more training facilities work. And we did a coaching budget increase, and we did another training facility. So 2 training increases, 2 coaching, and otherwise. So the club facilities are good youth recruitment, excellent academy coaching, good youth facilities, excellent training facilities, which will go up another level to maybe state of the art is above excellent. I don't know, but I've spent like $10 million. Yeah. Awkward. So we have to clear out our foreign players no matter what because they are the highest value and highest paid players. If you look at my squad, there's all these millionaires down here. It's just like, Gaston, for example, getting a 6.5 rating with Paraguay. That's not great. Gaga improved. Great. This kid's awesome in real life, and he's just getting better and better and better. Every time he gets out on the pitch, he's playing better. He's 19 now, IRL. Looks like he'll be going overseas. Malik Tillman has like a joint dually registration. His one of his parents is American, but he's from Germany. So this guy doesn't break my domestic bias because he's actually an American. But the thing is about it as well, he's also a very good player. He's been called into our national team for the first time this last window. And he had the option to be a German consideration too, but he chose USA. So that's all. The defining characteristic of an American is chooses to be referred to as American. There are defining characteristics of other peoples and other countries and other nationalities. That's their thing. Our thing is, if you want to stand up and say, I'm an American, you're pretty much an American. There's not much more to it. There's no ethnicity that makes you an American. There's no political affiliation or ideology that makes you an American. It's just the willingness to be counted as one. That's, even if you've got all sorts of problems with the way things are or the way the world is or what have you. I'm not particularly romantic about national identity, but I'm mildly patriotic in the sense that, like, when things go wrong in America, I get very disturbed by them and I want them to go right. I think everybody who identifies as an American should feel that way. See, everybody who's a 2022 is out anyways, right? And then also trying to get rid of him because look at his salary. That for what it's worth, that's basically half the MLS cap, which is like $6 million or something like that. And then look at Shaqiri, he's out of here too. He's played excellent football. That's great. I'm gonna sell him for a loss and move on with my life. We're just grinding until we hit this MLS semifinal. I'm quite worried. If you saw the record in the season, it's very uneven. Yeah, we kind of got it together at the end, but we had some real negative up and downs, and people are coming back from injury. That's nice. Brian Gutierrez. This kid in real life is extremely promising. He might be one of the most promising people to ever come out of the Fire Academy. He's from Berwyn, which is a western suburb of Chicago. In real life, this kid is going to be a star. He scored his first goal last weekend in our loss. Now Penn wants to talk. All right, what's up? Look, my current contract doesn't really reflect the player I've become. It'd be nice to sit down and discuss a new deal at some point. All right. Look, Josh, you don't have a future here. So I want to make that clear. No, we're not going to do that. We're not promising more talks. We're not going to do it at the end of the season. I'm not telling him to make his case. I've already decided he's not good enough. I'm not going to give you a new contract. I don't think you're worth as much as you think you are. I'll tell him this. No new contract. You're welcome. I'll gladly put you on the fucking transfer list. There, great. Go. No one's gonna buy you though, Josh. Shaqiri just came back from injury, then got injured in training and is now out for the final. This is why I don't rate the player. IRL, he's quite injury prone as well too, so that's tragic. All right. Ostrom might make it into my first team next season. We'll see. IRL, this kid's pretty talented. I don't know if he's ever going to play in the MLS. He's a college kid. Like, he came out of the draft. He didn't go straight into it. His compatriot, Kendall Burks, who went to school with him, has made it into my first team, though largely because I don't have any other right backs. IRL, I think Kendall Burke's quite talented and maybe has a future in the MLS. In this game, his stats aren't great, so I mean, there's nothing you can do about that other than cheating and editing the game. That would be against the spirit of the game. We're just clicking through here, watching stuff happen until we get to a fucking match, which should be in the 24th. It got rescheduled. Wasn't it supposed to be on the 17th? Wyatt Osberg has been injured. Oh, he was injured all season. What are you talking about? He's been injured for months. How did he come back and then immediately injured again? Information. Where is it? Development. Is it in here? No? Where is it? Medical report. Yeah, he just came back from an injury, though it actually doesn't list it here. It was not a 4-week injury. He had a serious foot injury. How come it's... Am I just thinking about an alternate past? In real life, he has a serious foot injury and he had reconstructive surgery. Wyatt Osberg hurt himself in a game and his tendon in his foot snapped. So they had to put it back together. He's going to be out for months and months. He was having the best season of his career, which isn't saying a whole lot because he's had an underwhelming career. But he was playing pretty well for Chicago and he should have been feeling pretty good about himself for his level, his performance, his production. And then he hurt himself in a game, and well, I don't know. I mean, if he's lucky, his career isn't over. But he's in his mid-20s. He was a kind of fringe player for a couple teams. This is a kid I picked up off of... he's a real person in real life as well. I picked him up off of a waiver list. Columbus waived him. We're playing Philly here. We have drawn Philly this season and lost to them, I want to say. Let's see, Philly. And we lost to them in August. And drew in June. So yeah. So things aren't looking good. Sellout expected. Are we playing in Chicago? Yeah, Soldier Field. So that is not a sellout of Soldier Field, obviously, since it's a 62,000 capacity. But they are expecting, yeah, it's saying that we have a 28K capacity and a 26,000 sold, but the actual fucking stadium capacity is also not IRL. It is not 62,000 either. It's 43,000 or something like that. It's actually a bit of a weird point about that now because Soldier Field is home to the Chicago Bears of the NFL, and the Bears want a bigger stadium because they do sell it out. And they want a covered stadium as well, and the organization is interested in holding a Super Bowl, and they can't do any of those at Soldier Field. Tough tatas as far as I'm concerned. So they've purchased land outside the city of Chicago. This is again in real life for real this time. They've purchased land outside of the city of Chicago, and they're probably going to build a new stadium there. But the city wants them to stay because there are certain economic benefits to having a professional sports team that has a loyal and complete fan base in your town, obviously. And you can do those. And we're going to have to adjust this a little bit. So Shaqiri's not even coming because he's hurt. Jean Duran can come, but he probably won't play. Should we start anybody besides who are already starting? I decided these starters... yeah, we need to make some changes here. We want Andre Reynolds back in, who played most of the games this season. And we'll put Alex Manis in over here, and we'll move Herbers over to the other side. And I think we'll just play like this. Yeah, we'll play like this. Let us go to the match. Now, I don't normally do this, so I'm going to make sure... I'm going to play with this on. You gotta win. We don't immediately pause the game here. And we're gonna go to highlights, extended highlights in 2D, because that's the way I like it. So highlights means it just like skips to when there are goals or goal attempts and stuff like that. It's a little weird to watch it this way, frankly. I normally do only commentary, but that's, you know, the old school way to play. Philly has had 2 attempts on a goal already. 5. Oh, fuck. We're going to lose. I mean, they've had our number all season, so. That was a weird highlight. Oh, we had a shot. Okay, that didn't count as a shot, though. Oh, it did. Oh. Oh, highlights. They're giving me stress, man. Shoot. Latif Blessing. Philly's got a pretty good team in real life. The Fire recently played them and beat them. But they had just played a game 2 days before, and all of their fucking subs are in the USA under 20s. I'm not kidding. They've got numerous. Osberg is hurt again. They've got numerous high-level children playing for them. We're gonna lose. We're gonna get knocked out of the fucking playoffs in the first round. Well, it's the first round for us. So they've got several very good young talents who are playing for the national team. So when the Fire played them, they're playing for the under 20s. They had no rotation. They had none of these young players to come in. 3-0 after half. Come on. Come on. And it's a hat trick from Sergio Sanchez. This is a bitch ass way to go out. I'm angry. Thrash Arms. You've been terrible so far. Sort it out. You got to make a change. So we'll pull out Osberg, who may have probably never started anyways. Actually, not Burks, Chichos. And then we'll give Tilleman another 15 minutes or so before we sub him out. I mean, we're probably fucked. That was a highlight, huh? Kicking the ball out of bounds on the sideline is a highlight. Come on. Get a shot on target. Somebody. Get out of the way, ref. What else? We're going to have to make a sub. Up the left side. The cross. Into the box. Subs. Tilleman's not producing, so let's try Shabilko. Let's bring on some fresh legs otherwise as well. I mean, we're down 3-0 at home in the playoff semifinal. It's pitiful, man. It's pitiful. It's sad. Oh, wonderful stuff from the Fire as they don't score. We are getting a lot of highlights. Hey, we scored! John Duran, that's one of my subs, too. John Duran in real life is pacey as fuck. He's huge. The guy's a very promising athlete. I'm not sure he'll ever mature at the Fire, but he's got a lot of talent. So we'll put Gaston in, and I think that's it. We have one more save in the box, but sub in the box. Oh, well, all right. We'll put fresh legs on for Franco. He's got a yellow anyways. Franco was a single season sub we brought in because we sold Boris Sekulic early for monies. We didn't get that much for him, but he wanted to leave anyways. Shoot! Yes, that's 2! Oh, we're coming back. This could happen. Kasper Shabilko just scored. He used to play for Philly. Oh. This could be it. Oh, no. Only a few minutes left in the match. Yeah, it looks like we're out. Oh no, Brian Gutierrez is injured. We don't have a sub, so it's irrelevant. Oh. Well, we were never favored to win the fucking trophy, that's for sure. So we got knocked out of the Eastern Conference playoffs in the semifinal, which is, it's, you know, less than ideal and unlucky, guys. There's no reason to give anybody an indictment now. Oh, I got the irresistible force achievement, which is scoring in 10 consecutive games, I believe. Well, shit. Yeah, what do you do? All right, how badly hurt is Brian? And that's it for the season. There are more games to play, but we won't play in any of them. So we need to get these foreign players off our payroll as soon as possible, and then anybody else who's set to leave in 2022. Who's that guy and that guy? But none of those guys. All right, I'm pretty sure this is all of them. We're going to transfer list all these guys right now. This is going to greatly upset the dynamic of this team for what it's worth, because this is like half the club. Transfer. Yes. Transfer listed. All right. They're all going to be pissed. Maybe we'll get money for some of them. I'm really hoping to get money for Shaqiri. End of season review. Here's the people who came in. Obviously, didn't sign him. Signed him as a replacement. Didn't sign him. Signed him. And he's the best. Signed him because Gaga was out for 3 weeks and we needed a goalkeeper. And Chris Brady was locked into the 2 team. Well, you know, it could have gone better. The goal of the season was Zawadziki. The match to remember is the 2 red cards against New York. They were a man down in all these matches. That's funny, isn't it? The finances. Oh, awkward. We won the Supporter Shield. If this happened in real life, if Chicago Fire won the Supporter Shield, that would be the best the team has done since like 2003. So it would be pretty good. Certainly wouldn't be complaining about that result. As it is now, the Chicago Fire are on course to have the worst record in the MLS. The worst performance in the season. That's called the wooden spoon in the MLS. If you have the worst performance, you're the wooden spoon. My best 11. It did include Shaqiri. That actually surprises me, but he was one of my better players. But you see this here? You see these 19 fucking appearances, right? Now, look, Gaga was out injured. He had 30. You know, these guys got rotated. Andre Reynolds almost had 30. I got a head coach award today. One head coach award. Club awards, great. 11 assists for Alex Moniz. That's excellent. This kid has promise in real life. I think the game's underrated him, actually. He's young and small, so I think he has to put on a lot of strength and stuff. But all right, Kasper Shabilko, 1.7 million. Yes, you can. I would happily sell you for that much money. Please go away. No offense in real life to Mr. Shabilko. Though in real life, he hasn't produced for the Fire. It's tragic. They spent a lot of money on him, and he's not scoring goals. So, okay, they accepted the 2.4 for Jean Duran and the 2.4 here. Without a clause, you idiots? I'm fine with actually both of those. That's fine. No, this is obviously too low. Shaqiri. Oh, yeah. We're going to get some money back on Shaqiri. In real life, Shaqiri costs probably about $3 million for the Fire, which is too much. He's a good player. There's no question about that. It's just not. That's not enough. That kind of money in the MLS is $6 million. You better be the leading scorer for your half of the league. I mean, he is the highest paid player in the MLS as well, or second highest. Navarro, 1.6 mil, sure. Oh, this is actually 2.5 or 3.3 rather after installments. Jimenez, 2.9 here. 2.9 here for Anderlecht. Look at this. They want me to pay his entire fucking wages though. 3 million here for Strasbourg. Select all. Accept and give ultimatum. Chichos. A bunch of Saudi teams want him. Rafi Chichos' dad, he's a German. His dad, he was born in Saudi Arabia, in Jeddah, Saudi Arabia, while his dad was working there. So he's got dual citizenship with Germany and Saudi Arabia. And in this game, the Saudis have called him up, and he's played like 10 matches for him this season. It's real weird. Where is that listed? Here's you can see he's Saudi. Eligibility, trained in Germany at Ottersberg. I mean, he's a German, obviously. It's just this is a really weird. I don't want to talk to him. History, career stats. Will that show his international performances? No. IRL, he's the best defender the Fire have by far, and he's kind of prone to some kind of mental lapses on the pitch, but otherwise he's just so amazing. It's just not reasonable. All right, so they want to attack, they want to possess, they want to use youth system. I want to do all of those things too. They want to sign players to sell for profit. They want minimum 2-year contracts. Yeah, that's not an issue. I try to lock people in generally. Be competitive in the MLS. Grow the club's reputation. Training facilities improvement is complete next season sometime. Grow the club's... Okay. So, I mean, we already exceeded this vision this season. They thought we would be mid-table. We made it to the playoffs, and we're the best record. We got knocked out, though, so that's... In fact, actually, that's what happened in the MLS to New England Revolution last season. They had the best record, possibly the best record ever in the MLS. And they got knocked out in the first round of the playoffs. It's just how it goes. So, injury count is Shaqiri. He's got 8 injuries, but missed 23% of the season. This is why I want to sell the player. Do we want to do training camp? No. None. How about none? It's a waste of money. It's a waste of money. I'll just do away games in warm climates. Florida. Alright, well, let's at least do it in fucking California. Fuck Florida. Fuck Florida with a fucking stick. Wyatt. Augsburg. You gotta get out of here, man. Your contract's up anyway, so you're gone whether you do it or not. So, Herbers, you gotta go too, man. Your contract's up as well. I tried to sell you for money this season, and no one would buy you. In real life, Fabian Herbers is definitely worth a transfer fee in the MLS. Now, it wouldn't be a huge transfer fee, but the fact is the guy's like a proven quantity, and he's a good bench player. I don't think anybody would ever suggest that he's not worth the money. Seats is off the record, too. Burks is here. So, now that the season's over, I want to go down to the Chicago 2, right? And I'm going to bring up Alan Rodriguez. The game won't let me yet because even though the season is over and I've got all that summary bullshit, it doesn't think I do. The board feel they could get some more money. Okay, no. I have no intention of playing him ever again. Just let the transfer go, you fucking morons. Thanks, Joe. Shaqiri, no. This dude is dead weight. Thank you. IRL, he's obviously very talented, and I'm not denigrating him as a person. I don't fucking care. These are... I just said the same thing to you guys. He's not playing. Just go. I'm trying to clear up this fucking salary problem because we have a seriously impending financial issue. As you can see, our overall balance is down to 5 million. It was 18 million at the beginning of the season. Now we made a number of good investments, so it's not like the money's gone to waste. But our net profit for the season is quite low, and we need to be realistic about next season's budget situation and not get into trouble. Teams turned down Jimenez. Okay, teams turned down Shaqiri. Okay, that's not great. Some people still want both of those guys, right? I didn't notice about Jimenez. Yeah, he's waiting on a contract from Strasbourg. Everybody else said no. When we told them to pay $3 million for him, they said no. Okay. A lot of background processing stuff is going on now because of the season ending and stuff. Let's see. In Mexico, they have like a bifurcated season, and I think they're off in December for what it's worth. Shabilko to Legia. Legia. Yes. Goodbye, Casper. No taxes because we have a very negative commercial summary. 3 new deals. Sponsorship deal. Club are required to pay cash #1 to league as part of the deal. Sponsorship 6.93 million. Corporate and hospitality. Okay. Match day, commercial, retail. Sold some jerseys, some kits, Tillman kits. Nice. All 4 of these guys are gone. You're gonna have to buy a new kit. A new scouting budget of 1.08 million. I don't need your help. I don't need your help. The chief scout is out this season too. I'm having this is the turnover season. The first season is the don't let him fire me, prove myself season. The second season is the as low as we can go season. And then the third season is we're back. Now I expect the second season to be moderately successful as well. I mean, winning the supporter shield for the Fire, like I said, in real life would be a massive, massive success. They haven't won dick in like 20 years. So they haven't made the playoffs in 5 years. That's just making the playoffs. But for them to have finished first overall in the record, fiction, man. It's a simulation. Can I bring people up from my 2 team yet? Because I would like to, get my squad sorted out. Yeah, I know. I bought this guy to play 2 games. He played, I think, 5 appearances. And he conceded 10 goals. Yeah. But Gaga was injured. There was nothing to be done. Now let's go down to 2 and see if we can send some people up. We wanted to send Ostream up because we need a backup left back. Chicago squad. Nah. The fucking game still won't let me turn over this fucking team. It's been a month now since the season's ended. I have to wait until the new season begins because of the roster freeze. But it's like, I'm not setting the roster right now. I'm moving players into the fucking squad. I have to wait until January 13th? No, December 13th. So there's several drafts in the MLS. And there's a draft for people whose contracts are expiring. See, I'm not retaining Hodong Cho or Matt Pearson in my staff. Hodong Cho is a sports medicine guy, and Matt Pearson is my chief scout. They're both out of here. I don't know who I'm going to get, but it's not them. Jimenez, excellent. Excellent. So we'll get some money from that. Not a lot or anything. But getting his salary off the list is much more important than anything. Now, did the Shaqiri deals all break down? No. He still got 2 bids. And everybody who's down here is out. Some of these people are out just because their contracts are expiring as well. Misal Rodriguez is coming back. He's on loan until when? This kid's gonna be my second striker this season, which is not the greatest thing in the world, but in real life, this kid has a lot of potential, but he's a child. So we're not gonna have a great season anyways, but that's what we're planning for. All right, Chicho's, fuck. Okay, Rafa, staying isn't an option, man. You can't elect to stay. I need you off the payroll. We're paying you almost $1 million a year. Federico Navarro is out. Excellent. Shaqiri out. Excellent. Yeah, this is the one the board refused to not take because it's such a good deal. We made so much money off of it. John Duran. I'm not interested in any of those scouting targets. When do I get to move a fucking player up for my junior team? Because it's getting kind of annoying that I haven't been able to do it yet, especially when there's no football going on and I'm not actually setting a roster, just saying. Okay, can you please not stay? Thank you. You should have taken one of those 3 deals and moved to Saudi. Not that you would actually do that in real life. I have a feeling he would only go back to Germany because he's actually German despite that Saudi citizenship. I do think that the Saudi national team would love to have somebody of the quality of Rafa Chichos, because having watched them play in the Asia Cup, not great. Why is the game producing Windows error noises? More than once it's gone ba-dong. What the F? It's entirely possible I have keys sticking on my keyboard because, you know, I like to jizz on it. No, I did pour water in it though. You're out. You're retiring. Nobody picked you up, but you're out unless you go anyways. You can go for free because I didn't pay for you. Fabi's contract's up. Wyatt's contract's up. John Duran's transfers. You're already transferred. And I've asked you to do it. Okay, so most of this is already resolved. There it is again. What the fuck? It's like I'm losing focus and then getting it back again. Is there fucking sound configured in the game? Sound. General. That's not helpful at all. Alright, I don't see it there. I would assume it's off anyways. And only the match engine actually makes sound. This game doesn't have like music or anything. So something is taking focus, and that's where I'm getting that Windows beep from. I don't mind if Franco doesn't get a transfer because he's leaving anyways at the end of December. I don't actually think I have a right back to replace him. So I think it'll probably be Kendall Burks. And then maybe I'll go look to see what's available. You know, the thing about this game is that the AI doesn't seem to really understand roster rules very well. And so all throughout the season, they're dropping skilled players. They're waiving them because they're under budget or whatever. What could possibly causing that noise to happen in this game? Oh, I got the Unstoppable Force. That's 2 achievements. Oh my god. I just have 4 achievements in Football Manager, like for the first time in my entire fucking life. Open up the Steam window, for fuck's sake. I said open up the Steam window for fuck's sake. Thank you. It hasn't updated. It hasn't updated. I just got 4 achievements though, so could I please see them all? Here we go. Starman, one of your players is selected to the Team of the Year. Awesome. The Boss, you won the Manager of the Year award. That's cool. Unstoppable Force, your team scored the most league goals over the season. Wow. An Irresistible Force, your team scored in 30 consecutive games. All right. I feel like these are actually quite obscure, even though they're real high percentages. Well, as you can see, I don't have very many Football Manager achievements. My jam is up to 6 mil, so I need to do intra transfers, right? Or use the money to spend against the cap. Henry Kessler is no longer Generation Adidas. Did he play a lot last season? He played 52 fucking appearances. That's a disturbing amount because there's only 34 games. It's counting the Supporters Shield and Major League Soccer as 2 separate competitions. Sort it out, Sports Interactive. This is above. It says he has 52 appearances. 27 plus 27 plus 3 plus 1 is 52, right? Maths? No. Oh, God. Oh, my God. I pressed the wrong button. I'm pretty sure that's right. 27 plus 20. No, God damn it. I'm so dumb. That's 54. Leagues Cup. That's 55. Non-competitive. Okay, well, it's just gibberish. What is 52 appearances? What is it? Okay. It's funny how bad this is after all these years. They've had the MLS in this game for a long time, and it's still fucking broken. That guy didn't play 50 matches. He played about 30. Yeah. So, okay. I that's me, Tom Soccer. It's my real name. Doxed. Now you know. Tom Soccer it is. York Hikes has praised Tom Soccer for winning. Shut up, York, or I'll fire you. Rafa Chichos is in the MLS Best 11. Yeah. I'm trying to sell you because you're dragging down my salaries. Playing foreign mercenaries to play in my domestic league is not exactly how I do things here. Which is probably why I'm like the least successful manager in the history of Football Manager, but just saying. And no offense to foreign players IRL, though I still personally think a team like the Fire, particularly the Fire, where the reality is the Fire have been shit for years, and there's no point in like hiring foreign mercenary players when you're shit. Like, just develop your children, and hopefully you can make it work. But like bringing in like big hitters, I still can't move people up. Bringing in big hitters, you know, why? Why? I mean, you're not going to win with them, as evidenced by the Fire. I mean, who are paying Xherdan Shaqiri the highest salary in the league, and they paid like a record transfer fee for him. All right, Chicago to name expansion draft protected players. Literally my whole team. I gotta let go of one guy. Well, okay. Chris Teets. He's retiring. These guys are removed because they're homegrown. They're not actually eligible. They're homegrown. Homegrown players are not part of the waiver roster. I'm pretty sure that's how that works. getting kind of hungry. I'm getting kind of hungry. All right, so who's going to be in the expansion draft? It's exciting. I want to organize by nationality. Now, I have picked up a few draft picks. Oh, this is the expansion draft. So this is the teams that are starting next year get to draft people from the teams, from the player pool of waived players, right? So in real life, this happened. Charlotte, who started this season, 2022, was given the ability to select a limited number of players from other teams. If I recall correctly, they didn't really select anyone. There are some good kids in this list. Frankie Amaya just won a fucking award in this game. He's got an F. Why does he have an F? He's the only guy I've got a grade on. And there's an F recommendation. Oh, well, the game doesn't know why it's giving him an F. Mason Toy, this guy's a great striker in real life. He's got a lot of promise. They didn't protect him, though. Andres Pereira is talented. He plays for Orlando. He's talented. I've only really been watching the MLS seriously for about 3 or 4 years. But there's a lot of talent in the league. It's spread out because it's such a big league and it's getting bigger. It's only a matter of time before American domestic football is viewed quite highly. But it will be 20 years. So they took Julian Araujo, who was at LA Galaxy Academy. Yeah, that's right. He's talented. Here's the thing, right? They've selected these players from the expansion draft, and some of these are good choices and some aren't. They're going to waive half of these guys. Paul Arriola, excellent player, national team caps up the ass. Not a ton, but plenty. I don't know this player at all. Yeah, I don't know that player at all. I know John Bell. If you're a domestic talent, I probably know your name. He's a domestic talent. It says he's Mexican, but I'm pretty sure he's actually from LA. Nationalities. Place of birth, California, yeah. So he's chosen to play for Mexico as his international side, but in fact he is born American. They want to give me a draft pick for Fabi Herbers. Okay. These people want money and they'll give me 2 draft picks. These people want money and they'll give me 2 draft picks. I think I'd rather just have it straight up. 1 draft pick. Man, Fabi's off the books. I still can't move players up, though, I don't think. I love clearing out teams. This is great. This is the best part of the game. Firing people. Squad, senior squad? No, I still can't do it. A roster freeze. But I'm not filing a roster, so I don't know why that matters. I just want to move him to the first squad for fucking accounting reasons, basically. Houston want Mauricio Pineda. No. I don't know if you're out there, Mauricio Pineda, but I love you. I will never, ever let you go. Mauricio Pineda in real life is a Chicagoan or local boy suburbs who came up through the youth system, went to college, and then came back again. He's exactly how the MLS is supposed to work. And he's from the suburbs. He's bilingual. There's just no there's very few better scenarios than the kind of positive homegrown talent development of somebody like Mauricio Pineda or Brian Gutierrez or Gabriel Slonina or Alex Moniz or Andre Reynolds, who had his first professional start IRL a couple weeks ago. He's actually Chicago's first player from Chicago proper, as his mother and his brother and he live in the South Loop, of Chicago, right south of downtown. His mother's a Chicago public school principal. His brother also has a contract with the Chicago Fire. You cannot have my players. These are ridiculous. Like $135K for Brandon Cervania. Now, I picked him up off of waivers as well. But this kid's actually talented, and that's fucking bullshit that he was ever released. There's no way you would release a domestic talent of his caliber in the MLS. They're trying to schedule friendlies. I'm not ready to do this yet. I'll handle that myself. Thank you very much. Also, I'm sure as hell not going to New England in fucking January for a friendly. Just saying. Range friendly. Let's see. I'm in camp. Okay, well, I gotta wait a day. I gotta get those stupid fucking friendly proposals off the list. Here we go. So we're in camp, but we can start from January 8th. Okay, so away, because we're not playing football in Chicago in January. We're not playing soccer in January in Chicago. We'll play in Atlanta. Ooh. Oh, this is next season. Yeah, arrange. Hold on. Let me go back to this real quick. No, go back. Schedule. No, not the fucking arrange panel. Events, reminders, matches. No, calendar, list. This match. I don't want this match. I do not want to play my own 2 team in a friendly. I'm not playing these other teams too. What the fuck? Staff, responsibilities, match. Backroom staff arrange is off. Okay. This. I want to cancel this match. Why won't you let me click down here? Oh, I'm in the fucking dialogue. That's why. Yes, I want to discard all my requests. Fuck. Cancel friendly. I can't cancel the friendly. Alright, what if I go to Chicago 2? Go to matches. It's not there. Oh, this is this season. Next season. I'm trying to cancel this from the other side. I can't. What? What? I have an uncancelable friendly against my own 2 squad. Okay, whatever. Is there a California team? Houston. That is not a California team. We're gonna be on vacation in California. Teams touring nearby. Okay, that's better. No, none of those are appropriate competition. Houston it is. Maybe they're having a training camp in California. You wouldn't do that though. If you were Houston and LAFC, there we go. LAFC's made a bunch of high-profile moves this season. They signed an Italian defender, and they're talking about signing Jess Lingard, who left Manchester United on a free. Jess is like a Manchester United Academy kid who came up with Paul Pogba and Marcus Rashford and such. But, he's never really had a high Premier League level of ability. And so he's just not, it's not going to work out for him. I mean, he's performed sometimes in the Premier League over his career. I don't want to denigrate the guy, but the reality is that he's probably not good enough to play at the highest level in the Premiership. So looking at a team in LA, sunny Southern California, having a nice life, hot girls, who would say no? We already got Atlanta on the schedule. I'm looking for Southern teams, but I don't want to play minor league teams. I want to play high-level competition. So I guess we're going to play Charlotte and the 19th of February. I think the season actually starts on the 5th of March, so we're not going to schedule another one there. Who else can we get away? Austin. There we go. Austin had a mixed season so far in the MLS in real life. At first it looked like things were going very poorly for them, but then they kind of turned it around, and then things went very poorly for them. Where are they on the table? IRL. They're in the West. Oh, they're number 2 right now. So they have worked it out. They really had a rough start, though. Chicago Fire right there at the bottom. Lowest points both weeks. Literally lost to the other worst team in the MLS last weekend. San Jose. San Jose! I'm just doing the offline accounting stuff. This is like the least interesting part of Football Manager, but for me, this is off-season stuff, man. That's a good time. Re-entry draft, stage 2. Junior Gonzalez, my assistant, has been linked to the head coach's job at San Jose. How do you feel about that news? I'd hate to lose him. But if he's gonna go, he's gonna go, man. I mean, I don't want to lose a guy who's qualified, but in the end, and just like real life, you know, go to the future that you want to find, man. He doesn't need my blessing. He's a free human being who can go wherever he likes. I think he's a cool dude in real life, Junior Gonzalez. I've seen some background videos on him, and he's a cool dude. Cincinnati's apparently chasing Gabby Salina. He's my starting goalkeeper. What makes you think I'm gonna sell him? You're looking at that? Oh, I'm looking at that. It's hot. I'm waiting for January 1st when all these fucking players leave. It's good. Portland wants to trade. They want Pineda. No, you can't have him. The dude's a starter for me. Why would I give him to you? Did Rafa Chisos actually sign a deal with somebody? I don't think he did. Let's check that real quick before we look at the draft. Rafa, I need you to go. I'm gonna offer you at 1.5. You're making holes in my budget, Mr. Chisos. Mr. Chisos. Mr. Chisos. Okay, so this is the Genaditas players. So Genaditas players have a very specific contract set up in the MLS where their salary is paid by the league itself, and they don't count against the cap for their first couple of seasons. If they then establish themselves as regular players, then their contract converts, and they become available. The MLS has some very specifically odd arrangements. I want to see... why am I not seeing your attribute polygon? Attribute analysis. What the fuck? I care about your background? Okay, so, you know, a pretty good keeper. A defensive midfielder from the Des Moines Menace. Ooh, both footed too, huh? Look at this. All right, so very strong left and right foot is a very rare trait. His determination is minimal. I mean, I have a better player in my youth team than this guy. Compare him with Alan Rodriguez. Well, he's in the 2. He's in the 2, so I can't see him in that list. A left winger. We do need a left winger. Ogden City. All right, I mean this guy might be our left wing. I don't think I'm gonna pay up in this draft. We're gonna have to look at our money stuff before the draft actually starts. Oh wow, okay, there's a pretty good striker in there too, huh? So there are some okay attacking players in this list for sure. I'm not sure what I need. Please go away, Rafa. Please take that deal and go. El Shabab. LAFC wants Brandon Cervena. No. No. How did these all get fucked up? This should be player history. Career stats. And this should be sure milestones. I don't know how I fucked this up. Everybody's profile should have this attribute analysis in it as the number one thing, because that's all I'm actually concerned about. Right, he was at Galaxy and Dallas. FC Dallas is where he came up, though. These are loans. That, I don't know what that is. That might have been an overseas loans. This guy's kind of like, in IRL, he's kind of a what if, or what could have been. I think he's talented, though. No. What do you want? They're offering nothing. They want my 24th pick in this super draft, and they're offering nothing. No. Let's check the club money stuff real quick. Yeah, we have 6 million in Jan, all right? That means our primary, our GAM, whatever. That means our primary way of acquiring players should be by purchasing players from other teams, because 6 million is a lot of money. So let's think about that real quick. We need a central defender, all right? We should be able to find a good central defender in the United States who's already playing for an MLS team. So we'll filter by position here. Natural at defender center. He doesn't have to be natural. He needs to be competent. Tavon Gray came up right away. He's a kid. 19 years old. Is he left-footed? He is a reasonable left foot. He has a strong right foot. So, like, compare him with Mauricio Pineda, who's the other center back. I mean, he's faster and taller, but that's it. Yao Montino, he's got Portuguese flag, but he's actually, he's got American citizenship. He's a left back, not a center back. He's a good player in real life. Grant Lillard, Chicago Fire draft pick. Grant Lillard, 12 matches. Oh, you Fire Academy too. I forgot about that. He is playing for DC United's B team. There's a lot of choices that are going to be in this list, and I'm going to have to make some like smart filtering of them. Let's do something really basic here and do a couple of attribute filters. Tackling. Okay. Marking. Okay, my guys are BPDs too, right? So they need to be able to pass. So tackling, marking, heading. This is a center back after all. And passing. Alright, and then let's lower them all down because nobody's going to meet those unrealistic expectations. There's not a man alive. Your combination of Noah Webster. Alright, let's reverse filter by age. Yeah, okay. Josh Winder. So you can't actually buy players this young in the MLS. These 17-year-olds aren't actually contractable. It's just the way rules work for a transfer of adult players. So we got to start here at Hoffenheim. Justin Shea, okay, a real player. He's on loan from Dallas. He played 13 matches at Hoffen 2. That is a wash. He's got a left foot. It looks like he's a right back to me. BPD defend. So he likely cost my entire. How fucking glitchy was that? Other Americans, MLS preferred because we have all this money, internal money. Don't know some of these guys. Other these guys I know pretty well. Owen Odasoe, surely he's on loan at Bruges. He's overseas though, so he, I believe, is a single parent American. No, he's from New York. I'm wrong. He's American, Nigerian, and English. He's a bit of a like what could have been though. Though he's young, so it could work out for him. James Sands is on loan at Rangers from NYCFC. I think in real life they actually sold him. Ahmed Longhauer at Chicago House. On loan from Nashville. I don't think this guy's really on loan at Chicago House in real life. That's the ISA, the independent, what is it? Independent Soccer Association or whatever. It's like league level 3 or 4 in the United States. I'm thinking about somebody a little bit more higher profile. Now, Matt Olosunde would be an interesting guy. He's overseas, though. The likelihood that I would ever get this guy for the right amount of money is low. But, man, he would be a great right back. Who do I have at Burks? I could definitely use this player. Let's see. He looks like he wants to leave as well. He's got ask on him. Man, they've got his value set so low. Ugh. That's annoying, right? That hover text, that's annoying. Contract, transfer, make an offer. I gotta buy the MLS rights first. Hi, can you sell me your MLS rights for $50K, please? No? How about $100K? Man, teams fleece other teams with this in the MLS. Case in point, Christopher Mueller, who was acquired by the Chicago Fire, his rights were held by Orlando City. That was Matt Olosunde. Where did he go? Here we go. We need to add him to the list. Oh, he is. Donovan Pines would be a great acquisition too. He's on the transfer list. He's a serious center back of a young age. Plays for DC right now. IRL. This transfer did not happen in real life to Seattle. He's a DC player. Perhaps not getting into the national team, but pretty good. Transfer offer. They want $1 million for him. I will give you like half that. They've told me that the only way I'm getting this transfer is that a loan offer. They're not willing to allow this player to leave. Okay, fair enough. He wants to leave though, guys. No, wait, you've listed him. What the fuck? Oh, and he expires now. Oh, no, he expires next season. You've listed him, you fucking assholes. I've run out of music. I don't like jazz. Jazz murdered my family. Funk. No fucking lyrics. Start here. Kermanshah, which is a name of a city in Persia, right? Why won't you transfer this dude to me? Oh. They own the Olosunde rights? Okay. That won't work. What I just did there won't work. Hey, since Misael Rodriguez loan is ending, are you telling me that Orgals is no, those guys are fired. Chichos is leaving. Great. It's Christmas. In game, not real life. Sergio Orgal. Contract info. Loan contract expires at the end of next season. Okay. They won't let me pull him back, huh? I don't know that I actually want to because there's a guy in the under the 2 who's probably good enough to play his role. Misael Rodriguez is going to play football for us next season. Look at his natural fucking striking ability. Look at this. Look at this, man. This kid's gonna score goals. He's just a child in real life. He's actually a Chicagoan for what it's worth. Like a not suburbanite. Not that anybody is objecting to suburbanites. Departure of Rafa Chichos is unquestionably cause concern. I don't have anything to say to you, dude. Fuck the press. No, I mean, what's for it, right? It doesn't actually enhance the game at all. No, you cannot have Mauricio Pineda. Seattle have made... Okay. So they hold his rights. And they're trying to buy him. They won't give it to me. What about $250? I'll offer $250 for him. For his rights. I'll still have to pay for a transfer. Chichos is out. We need a new captain. Mauricio Pineda in real life would be the right choice. And Andre Reynolds. Great. Pineda definitely has some leadership potential, IRL. He's a Right guy. Huda to join FC Cinca. Oh yeah, Huda. Oh, he's one of the draft people. I have enough money to move up to the top of the draft if I really want to. When the draft starts, I'll actually look closer at what I'm going to acquire, who I'm going to acquire. I don't know who it's going to be, though. I'm hoping to make some moves down below here. Can we get an answer on the Ola Sunday deal? Yes, they will do that. Excellent. Okay, now, wait one click. Okay, now go to Matt Ola Sunday. Make an offer. I will not pay that much for him. I will pay that much for him. 125, 130. And then I'm not doing these incentives. That's not fucking happening. I will pay 130 though. 175. How about 150? 175. How about 165? No, I'm not giving you a fucking per league appearance fee. They don't want to do it. 175 is the offer I made. I'm gonna have to go back to that. He's got another season, right? But I want you to leave, Wyatt. You can leave for free. You're out anyways, so I don't care. And you're not staying, so I don't care. I don't care what this says. I never care what these say. They don't actually say useful things. This might be one of the worst things added in this version of the game. The meetings interface. It's garbage. Garbo. There's a lot of work this game needs in the non-football stuff. Like the RPG stuff and the Create a Club stuff. They haven't touched it in years. Ola Sunday wants to stay. No. I just paid money for you. I just paid money for your rights. Misal Rodriguez coming back. They want to buy my assistant coaches. Did Junior Gonzalez leave? No. Okay. Negotiations anyways, though. They accepted that offer. Now Ola Sunday will fucking come. He wants a lot of money. That is way too much. I will offer you 313K. Your agent can go suck my dick, and you're not getting a clause. I will offer you 390K. Your agent can go suck my dick and no clauses. 435 is probably all right. Okay. This is weird. Chicago must have at least 2 internationals. I'm pretty sure that's not actually a rule. And also, do dualies count as internationals? We definitely need help on the right, so. That's coming out of our actual transfer budget, which is $1 million or something like that. That's not real. That's like last season's after the sales. The coming season is going to be $1 million. But we don't really need to worry about that because we want to acquire players from other MLS teams. Misal is going to be sub 1. And then Kendall Burks is going to stay at sub 6 because Matt Olasunde is going to slot in there. White Osberg doesn't look like he's leaving because no one's offered for him. So he's probably going to sit here at the sub 7 spot. And then some more players are coming up from the bottom. Eventually. From the 2 team. Did it say Allardyce returns? This guy, John Scott, wants to go play for Atlanta. Okay. For the 5 Stripes. Why do they call him the 5 Stripes? I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. Hey, Malik Tillman can now speak English. Good. That's important. The showcase. One of the things I've noticed extensively about this game, or closely about this game, is that there's a lot of players who get rated in such a way that I think it's being done by a bot. Can I say that? McKenny is Young Player of the Year. Wow, he has gotten some very generous rating here. Boy, I mean, I think he's a great midfielder. He's a young kid. He's developing. But there is no way that Weston McKennie belongs with this attacking rank. That's mad. Gio Reyna, on the other hand, probably that good. And then my player, Sean Zadowiczi, was 3. That's awesome. I picked him off of waivers. Cost me nothing. Ola Sunday, excellent. He's going to be the highest played player. But he's going to have half the salary of Rafa Chichos. And about a third of the salary of fucking Shaqiri. Or maybe even a tenth. Shaqiri was on like 3 mil. Nice. Ola Sunday go through tomorrow. Logan Paus is going to stay. We've released our Chief Scout and our sports scientist. All right, so let's visit the scout search here. Pick, clear, highlight the attributes required for a Chief Scout. Thank you. All right, this man, Eduardo Marura, who is a Spaniard. Does he speak English? Basic English. He's actually also a Basque. Who else is available? Eduardo de la Torre, a Mexican fella. Guadalajara doesn't speak English. Probably not a great idea. This guy right here, though. This Englishman. He's from Salford. That's a suburb of Manchester. There's a lot of lyrics in this for a lyricless piece of music. I think I'm going to try to get this guy, Steve Hitchen. Steve, would you like to become my Chief Scout? Yes, you would, but you want ridiculous money. So don't ask for that kind of money again. And will you do it? No, you won't. Okay, that's mad, by the way. That is a mad amount of money for a Chief Scout. That guy's coach, but he wants too much money anyways. How about Domenico Grau, a Spaniard who speaks basic English. Lucas Nardi, an Argentine who speaks no English. Alright, let's drop down another rank. Ah, okay. Lots more options here. Any Americans? Wait, what is that? Is that Malta? Northern Ireland. Felipe Gil, some Brazilians. No. Let's add a filter here for nationality. Nick Donnelly. Nice. I love regens. Do you want to be a Chief Scout, Nick? Doesn't say he's not interested. He's not interested. Okay, well, we're trying. We need a Chief Scout. How about you, Daryl? This is my name is Daryl, and this is my other brother, Daryl. Goalkeeping coach. Would you like to be a Chief Scout instead? You won't have to do any goalkeeping. No. Does not want to be a Chief Scout. Charlotte Independence general manager who's out of contract. Do you want to be a Chief Scout? You're not going to be a GM. Get over yourself. Get over yourself. Chief Scout? No. Todd Hofford. Oh, did I already offer this guy one and he said no because of goalkeeping? But I want to be a goalkeeping coach. It has been my dream since I was a little girl in Germany. No. How about one of these assistant coach candidates? Surely they'll accept the lateral promotion to Chief Scout. And if somebody out of the blue was like, I know you're interested in football, do you want to be a Chief Scout? And they were like, nah. How about this Lone Master, Christian Arenas? Christian, how about Chief Scout at $111,000 a year? Because I'm pretty sure Loan Manager at 180 is extremely unrealistic. Just saying. Nobody wants to be my Chief Scout. I mean, I probably could have a foreign guy at this rate, but boy, I'd really prefer to keep this domestic. Ugh. Not a lot of great candidates, though, so we're going to have to remove this requirement. Actually, can we do general, second nationality is American? Any scouts in here? Here we go. Walter Restrepo, who's actually still a player. But his attributes are okay. He's Colombian. But he's from San Diego. And Kong Zudong. He's Chinese. From Fuding, China. Alright, well, let's try Walter Restrepo. Would you like a job? Oh, it's better than this, Walter. It's Chief Scout. I will still expect you to get paid $25K a year, though. No. Oh my god. What a ripoff. People were asking for like $200,000. You should not actually pay people that in real life. But this is a video game. The other player other staff member I've allowed to go was a sports scientist. In real life, he's a real man. Mr. Cho is a real man. I've seen him in Chicago Fire videos and stuff. I don't know that he's actually not an American. I think he's a dually in real life. Let's try this guy, Alex Evangelista. You're a second place of birth unknown. I'm no longer filtering by Americanness. I forgot. Let's throw that on there. Are you American? This man is Tom Scoopine. Tom, I need a sports scientist. You want a job? I'll even give you a slight raise by accident. He'll take it. So those are the two players that I lost because of contract times, but I wanted to lose them, so no big issues there. That's my Chief Scout and a sports scientist. So that's it there. You can see by this I have very close to the best staff in the league. Once this goes up and this goes up from the Chief Scout, that won't go up though. I should be pretty much best in every coaching function. So other players that I must have. I've got to have a left wing and I've got to have a central defender, and Olasunde should be here tomorrow. Let's try to find domestic talent for left wing. Attacking midfielder left. And I don't obviously need to be filtering on his heading or anything. So I have a kid down in the academy, Shen Jinjiang. No. Another kid in the academy. Let me double check my academy because I don't think this is actually viable down there. Well, let's find out. All right, I got Matt Head. He's right-footed. He's not ready. Sergio Hordal, I can't bring him back. His loan is unrecallable for 2 seasons for some reason. He's on 2 right now. In real life, this kid is on 2. He's from this says Evergreen Park, but he is from the city of Chicago. I've seen an interview with him. He's an interesting young boy. You like the young boys? My left-footed player, Michael Diaz. No, he's Garbo. Not Darren Ramirez there. Shen Jinxing, he's never going to play. Tim Orman. Okay, so there's not one there. In the 2 team, right? I want to bring him up. Can I do it yet? Oh my god. Sort it out, SI. Fuck! Why can't I transfer my player? It's in the off season. Just let me move the player. All right. Anyways, no, I don't. Josh Penn, but at best he's a bench player. So back to the scouting. Anybody on the short list? Oh, Chris Mueller from Hibernian. In real life, this man plays for Chicago Fire already. He's from a Chicago suburb called Schaumburg. He came up in the Chicago Soccer's youth system here. It doesn't mention it here, but it suffices to say that this young man played quite a bit of football there. Then he went to University of Wisconsin. It was very successful there, like all Big Ten and all that jazz. And then he played for Orlando and was very successful there. And he wanted to go to Europe to try to blow up his career, which is a thing a lot of players do. He transferred to the Scottish League for Hibernian, and just it didn't work out. He did not play 19 games for them in real life. He paid less than 10, I want to say. And he's come back to Chicago, and they did a pretty good deal with Orlando to get the rights for him. And this kid's good. He also looks like he could be my cousin, right? Am I crazy? Like, I look like this dude? I mean, admittedly, we're both white guys with short hair. But I think, like, we actually genuinely look alike. It's neither here nor there. I don't want to pay the external transfer fees that he's going to cost. Look at this up here. He could be as much as, like, $2.5 million pounds. Anybody else I have in here worthwhile that can play on the left attack? Serge Nayoma. Now, in real life, this kid is, this has been his breakout season in the MLS, and I think he has a real future. This game has seriously underrated him. It's fucking bullshit. Obed Vargas, another player. He's 16 years old, from Alaska, plays for Seattle, also eligible for Mexico, has not decided which team he's going to go play for. Will play for one of them. Very, very talented, seriously underrated. Victor Valdez, another real player, very talented, underrated in this game. I'm not paying for him either. He's not a natural on that side anyways. So position, attacking midfielder left, American or American. Great. Ideally, a player playing for an MLS team, because I have $6 million that can only be used to pay for fees or in the MLS or transfers in the MLS. It's restricted funds. Who plays there for the national team? Christian Pulisic. Obviously not available to me. He's worth like $40 million in this game. Hull City's Sincere Hall. That's a good name, Sincere. Fort Lauderdale. He's probably playing for Miami, yeah. Oh, Caden Clark, IRL. This kid's very talented. He just played in the under-20 tournaments. He's good. He's actually back on loan from Leipzig. Oh, so they actually already sold him on contract and then loaned him back. Okay, Yaskar. It's Guatemalan American. Is he born in the U.S.? I don't know this guy's name. Yeah, apparently he was born in Nebraska. He looks real, too, for what it's worth. Anybody? Griffin Yao? Promising player. He's right-footed, yeah, so he can cut in from that side. Okay, this guy would be worth considering, but not at $6.8 million, obviously. He's at DC as well. Let's see, other players whose names I actually know. Centeno. I've actually transferred him before in this game. Not this save, but previously. It's being valued pretty high too. Efren Alvarez, this player is very promising in real life. I don't think he's at Galaxy anymore though. I think he moved. Cuts inside from right, runs with ball, places. Okay, he's actually left-footed. He's an inverted winger on the right side. So he's got a dominant left foot. So when he lines up on this side of the pitch, he tends to play in this way. Which, depending on your tactics, might be super useful. I would transfer him, but there's no way I'm going to meet that fucking $6 million bottom for him. I beg your pardon. That sucks, by the way, that little pop-up. If you're watching SI, go fuck yourself. For ever making that show up on my screen. Now, I would transfer him in real life. I believe he has one American parent. No, he's from Connecticut, so... but I can never afford him. You know, the player that I would really consider, but I would never also get him is Nicholas Giacchini. There he was. There he is. Alright, so he's going to cost me, you know, somewhere between $350 and $3 million. If I get him at $500K, I would take him in a second. Transfer offer. He's on loan with a future fee clause. Okay, so he's already done. All right, Andrew Carlton was on a free probably last season. He's definitely an appropriate person. He came up in Atlanta, right? Yes, he did. Oh, and he played in Indianapolis for a season as well. A team that formerly had an association with the Chicago Fire, but no longer does. This guy would be worth it at this rate. He's right-footed, right? Yeah, he's right-footed, left-sided player. 160K, that would be great. Can I do that? Oh, they'll take that. Oh my god, that would be a steal for that guy. We'll double scout him, but I'm already confident about him as a player. Carranza. $6.8 million max. Paxton Pomacale. Former Chicago player. I didn't register this guy and he went out, but he's being paid. I dumped him last season for free because he was being paid, and this is true in real life. He's the third highest paid player on the Chicago Fire payroll, and he's a joke. He's a young kid who might someday work out, but right now is not ready to be playing at the level. And it was a stupid decision to bring him into the club. Robbie Robertson was the #1 draft pick in the MLS in 2020. Yeah, he's 16 games. So he's also a very good choice for that side. But he's going to cost money. Let's put him on the short list. Honestly, the player Andrew Carlton would be ideal. Probably need another player on that side too, but maybe I'll just bring up Josh Penn from the younger team. Juan Cruzan has a club. Yes, he does. Okay. He should have been out of contract entirely, right? Yeah, he was released from Sporting. This is a guy that people in real life thought had a lot of potential and just didn't get it. And everything below this line is real. So you can see he played 6 games for his club. This is their 2 club. This is Sporting Kansas City's second club, or was. They've renamed all those clubs to like 2 or second or whatever. They weren't that way originally. And in some cases, a club like acquired another team and made them the 2 team. So for example, Philadelphia's 2 team, Philly 2, is made up of the same components as Bethlehem Steel. And Bethlehem Steel is one of the oldest clubs in the United States. They've won a U.S. Open Cup in like the 1920s or something like that. But yeah, so they were Bethlehem Steel until a couple years ago, and now they're the 2 club. So it's a little weird that's been done, but I mean they got those historical colors and stuff like that. That's neat, right? Continuity is neat. Okay, so negotiations for Carlton. I'm not gonna give you a big pay raise. I probably will. You're getting paid like $70K. I'll probably pay you like triple that. Yeah. Not doing a release clause though, but the rest of this is just fine. Bam, we're agreed. And Misal Rodriguez is back. Awesome. He's right there. A day can pass, please. I want to put Mal on a Sunday in his spot, and I want all these other people to get on my club. Rule changes. The signing of the season was Erkin Kara, who is an Austrian. Yes. Ryan Gauld, Zerdan Shaqiri, Alan Velasco, and Vintino. Alright, so the transfer window changes. Yeah, great. The transfer window opens next year. Foreign transfer, December 13 to September 15. And then 13 through 15, okay, whatever. These are just date changes, so they're not actual rule changes. They're just date slides based on like weekends and stuff. All these rules are the same. These are people performing well in the draft combine. I mean, we're probably just going to take our draft pick where it comes and see who's available at the time. I want to recruit my younger players from my other team. So the board wants to what? Payroll budget for physiotherapists. That's not no. Youth recruitment. Our own proposal is a better deal, and we'll look to make the proposed improvement immediately. I'm not going to hire more physios, though, or physios at higher wages. They canceled that last one. I think that overlaps with the season. We'll look in a second. We have the rights to these players. All Sunday, he's here. Chris Mueller, we have the rights. We bought him last season. Mitch Guitar, we drafted Mitch Guitar. A real man. This is a real man with a real name. Mitch Guitar. I don't know that guy at all. I didn't realize we bought his rights, but we must have, and then he said no to a transfer. That's interesting. 1.72 million as our yearly grant. God, we got so much jam now. Tam. We're forced to spend allocation money to buy down the cap impacts of two players who are leaving today. We've just spent $1.3 million out of our general allocation money allowance to buy down the cap's impacts of the following two players who exceed the maximum cap impact allowed for senior players for the new season. These players are gone now. I've been robbed. And then we bought down a bunch of homegrowns. None of these guys are getting paid that much money. Do we want an extra DP slot? No, we don't. We don't need to be double penetrated at all. The mock draft, Kevin Nolan. Okay, the goalkeeper, sure. Freedom Elijah. That is a hell of a name. Oh, we're number 3. Harrison Goodwin. Okay. Kyle Esquivel. John Bush. All right. We're number 11 as well. And this is stuff we've traded for, of course, across the season. And we're number 24 as well. Chase Jumper. All right. So we're number 3, so we're definitely not trading up for anything. And we'll just pick the best player we can at 3. I don't care what you follow. The social feed means nothing to me. Nothing. Nothing. It means nothing to anyone who plays this game, for what it's worth. Oh, it's getting late. Let me see who I can get in the draft. Because the draft, when's the draft? Yeah, 6 days. And I want to put Olasunde in his little spot just to make me feel better. And then this is all these people leaving appropriately. Right. Matt Olasunde. Franco, when are you fucking retiring? Oh, fuck me. Can you please go away, Marco? $0. Shabilko, when are you leaving? Oh, God. Oh, God, I just want to see what it says. 2-1, so in February 1st. And Orgal, he's on loan. So down to the Dev Center into Chicago 2 squad. Alan Rodriguez, come on down. Charlie Ostrom, come on down. All right, so Ostrom is my bench left back, right? He and Andre Reynolds are more or less at the same level of play according to this game. IRL, I think Andre Reynolds is probably a little bit ahead of him, even though he's younger. Ostrom went to college, so that's a developmental hiccup. So they're relatively equal players. So I'll be happy to have either of them play for me as well because they're both homegrowns. Well, actually, he's not a homegrown because he went to college. So yeah, he's not from an academy. So he's going to play for us this season, though. Alan Rodriguez is a Chicago Fire player. That's right. He's a real man. He does look like this. He's a child. He was 16 years old last year, so Elkhart, Indiana's finest. He's going to be a sub for me, and he's going to play behind Zawadzki, who is the third best player in American player. So we'll just drop him right there. And you're out, and you're out. So we still need a left wing. We still need a center back. Do we have any incoming transfers that I already forgot about? Jairo Torres, right? And there's a contract pending for Andrew Carlton. Jairo Torres is a real player playing for the Chicago Fire as of now, who joined on this date IRL, who the game has decided was signed 2 years ago. So he's joining whether I like him or not, whether I want him or not. Mexican international, has a couple caps. Pretty good in real life, but he really hasn't played much. He came into the Fire with a hip injury, and it's been dogging him since. So that's interesting. That suggests to me that I should not buy another left-sided player because he can play both sides. So in reality, in May, he'll be occupying this spot on the roster, or this spot rather. So I'm going to need another attacking midfield player as well to spell Brian Gutierrez. Is there anybody in the academy? It feels like there really should be. There's a couple of good players here. Guillermo Devine. He's 16. He's too young. He's also not an attacking midfielder. Lucas. Wow, he looks good. Is he actually an American? He is. He's on a green card. He's got good stats. What's his citizenship look like? Yeah, he needs another year, less than a year before he's a full citizen. Okay, Matt Head. Compare him and Lucas. Lucas wins. All right, Lucas, you want a contract, man? Yeah, I don't care what I promised you. It's not gonna matter anyways. I'm gonna give you a senior contract. I don't want any of that senior minimum salary bullshit. No, dude. Senior. Whether you like it or not. I will pay you as much as $99K though, and 2 years is not enough, dude. 3 years works. Okay, that's fine. $99K for a 3-year deal. Great. That's our attacking mid. Plus whatever comes up in the draft. There's no center back though. No. 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 So a center back in the draft would be good. I can always play Wyatt, but oh, Franco. Yeah. Great. I have to fucking fucking pay part of his salary, but it's less than the $80K I'm paying, and then it's one less dead player on a roster. Chicago to receive $3.6 million for TV rights. Great. Sale of Gaston Jimenez. No, I don't have anything to say about that. The departure of Zerdan Security. I don't have anything to say about that. No comment. If I speak, I get in trouble. So I don't speak. I have nothing to say. I have nothing to say to this. Nothing. Nothing to say to this. Jose, you piece of shit. Mm-hmm. All right, so looking at the squad now, I do see flags here. Casper's out, and Malik is a dual national, so he is an American. Franco's out. Seitz is retiring, but I have to wait 6 months. No, an entire year. Can you please go away? Because you're in my way, dude. You're in my way. All right, no, but seriously though, please go away. Mutual term. Yes, he's unwilling to terminate his contract. No uncertain terms. It is January 2022, asshole. It is January 2022. Right now, you see that? You will retire in January 2022. That's now. You will actually retire in December of 2022. Not if I fucking terminate his ass. It's just dead weight on the roster. I just don't like extra names in the list. It's not useful. Too valuable player to release. He doesn't play. Okay, great. I already got rid of Gaston Jimenez as vice captain. I had already made this decision. I already made that decision. That's a bug. That's a bug. I just got a bug number 55. All right, I don't have time anymore. I have to go. Thank you very much for joining me. I'll be back. I don't know when.